Let me open a new page document. Okay, here we go. So here's a question. X squared plus kx minus 9 has 2 real roots. Find the set of values. Okay. All right. So let's do this. As you can see, hold on. Let me get something first. All right, sorry about that. Have to get the calculator for that occasion. So let's see. We have to identify what the A's, A, B, and C is in this equation. So we're just gonna list out y equals to A x squared plus bx plus c. So A, what is A? As you can see, it's 1. How about B? B is, of course, K. Finally, what is C? C is -9. And now we are going to input these values into the quadratic discriminant. Right, put these values. I should write this better. This is a 9. Because it has 2 real roots in this question, so the quadratic would be bigger than 0. So what do we get? We have k squared minus 4 1 minute. So k squared will be plus 36 bigger than 0. Okay, this is interesting. Hold on. Huh, okay. Well, it appears that I have to rephrase this question because it seems that every value of k actually satisfies that. You see, whether that k squared bigger than 36. You can't square root a negative number. So for this occasion, k is actually real number. Any real number. Real numbers means that like no, 1, 2, 3, any numbers, quotients, natural numbers, decimals, even like irrational numbers like pi. So yes. All right, let's move on to a question where it actually the result of k is actually not 0. It's not actually any number. So let's do one more. If squared plus 9x minus k has one real root, 2 real roots, let's say. Find the set of values. Okay, here we go. So again, let's do it again. What is A? A is equal to 1. What is B? B equals to 9. And what is C? C is equal to negative k. So once again, we're going to put it into the quadratic discriminant. Right there. And squared, or multiplied by 1, negative k. Minus 49. And it's negative 4k. And we're just going to multiply the 49 of both sides. And all we have left is okay. Negative 4k. So now we're gonna divide negative 4 on both sides. Because we're dividing by a negative number, this of course will flip, and so k is lesser than divided by 4. Or if you want to like make it a compound fraction, that's like so 4. So because there's your answer for that question. these sorts of questions. So it's just like, oh, if this quadratic function with a number of k has like either has no real roots, 2 real roots, or 1 real root, then just find out what a, b, and c is in the quadratic equation, and you input it into the quadratic discriminant. And based on if it has how many roots does it have, for example, 2 real roots, then it's bigger than 0, 1 real root equals to 0, and no real roots is lesser than 0, like that. So how about we're going to move on to a more interesting question right here. Am I testing? Am I testing? Oh. So let's start. We have this question here. So find set of values of k for which the line y equals to 3x plus k and curve the lid y equals to 2x squared minus 3x plus 4 do not intersect. So there we go. There's the question. So how are we going to do the question? So we're going to use quadratic discriminant. So let's just write down these. So y equals to 4 3x plus k, and y equals to 2x squared minus 3x plus 4. So first of all, we're going to put these two inside the equation right here, like this. Then we're going to simplify it. So we're just going to minus k on both sides, and we're going to minus 3x from both sides, and we'll get this. So x squared minus 6x plus 1 minus 4. 4 minus 4 minus 4, 4 minus k. Sorry. Hold on, I'm turning something up. There you go. Cool. So continue. So 0 equals to 2x squared minus 6x plus 4 squared. So we can simplify it so then we easily see what the A, B, and C is. There you go. So what do you see? This is 2. This 2 is A. Negative 6 is B. And 4 minus K is C. So let me write it down. Again, I apologize for the bad writing. Because I don't have a pen. I have to draw it using like right here. So let's go back to the question. The question says that this one does not intersect. So when we visualize this, if we plus them together, they should not touch the real root. They should not touch the x-axis at all. It should not have a root because they do not intersect. They do not have an answer. They don't have a common answer in x. So I'm just gonna do the quadratic discriminant here. B squared minus 4ac should be lesser than 0. Because there's no answer and they do not intersect. So I'm going to put these equations in. Hold on. A is equal to 2. And C is 4 minus K. And what do we get? If we're 6 minus 8 minus K let me just separate these two. What I got now is here. This actually has some inequalities involved, but like we're going to talk about inequalities in later sessions. So for now, just like listen up. This is not supposed to be 36, it's supposed to be 32. Much better. Now we see here 4 plus 8k lesser than 0. It's gonna swap it around like here. And eventually we're just gonna divide both sides by 8, and then we have k is lesser than negative 1 over 2. And there's your answer. Nice. So this is basically quadratic discriminants. It's a very easy topic. You can easily grasp it. So to review it, this is the quadratic discriminant, and like if the quadratic equation has, if you want to know that if the quadratic equation has a real root, then it will be bigger than 0, the answer. If it will be if it has only one real root, then it will be equal to 0. And finally, it has no real root at all for the quadratic equation, then it will be lesser than 0, just like that. Okay, and then we can just like use it in these questions as well, saying that I find the set of x if the line and this curve they do not intersect and one of them is a quadratic equation. They can do just like that. So good, cool. Hold on. All right, so we're gonna move on to functions momentarily. So let me check for something first. Then we'll move on. About like 2 minutes or so. So like, you can absorb the knowledge. You can remember what I said and just take a breath. Just take a breath. My computer might be going bonkers. But I'll close it and retry it. So I'll stop the stream for now. I'll be back on. So for next session we'll be so for when I open back the stream, when I turn the stream back on, we'll talk about functions. Functions again for math is relatively easy. So